Pretend like you are now fired up, excited. You start implementing these no wimpy parenting techniques. You're having great success. You say, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. Why didn't I know about this before? She should write a book. I'm gonna write a book on this. But then pretend like it's a week after that and life hits you. You get tired, you get stressed out, and you start to sort of slack off of some of this. Step 5 is about, well, how do you prevent that slipping back into your old ways? So the first one is it's definitely helpful to have a partner in crime. If you have another parent in your home, to say, hey, we got to get more respect and authority in our home. I'm going to start using this. I would like you to start using these techniques, and let's talk about it and encourage each other. Even if you don't have a parent or partner in the home, you can also just get a friend that you're telling that you're doing this and check in with them and tell them, hey, I want you to call me out if you see me doing some of this wimpy parenting stuff. You can just keep a log on your own. If you have particular issues that you're really trying to wipe out, you can keep a log of how many incidents you're seeing and what techniques you're finding the most helpful, and see if you're seeing a reduction in the problem behaviors. I had a recent client a few months back who, interestingly, like our little boy here, their 7-year-old had a major cursing issue, and it was really causing problems at home, and they were worried it was going to start to spill out into school and other arenas. So we did the basic no wimpy parenting techniques. We got CWC going. We got a reward system going. We got the anti-power suckers going. And she basically reported, week 1, it had gone down to just, and he was cursing a ton for a 7-year-old. First week she came back, it had gone down a good bit. A couple weeks later, it was really extinguished. The kid wasn't cursing anymore because she was just firmly enforcing these techniques. And then the last one is, I always want to end by saying this isn't about parents being on some ego trip where we're trying to rule the world with an iron fist. It really is that kids do best when they have structure, when they know where the boundaries are, where the line is. That's reassuring for kids. They feel more comfortable and secure if they know what the rules are and that you mean what you say. So it really is in the kids' best interest. It's not just about all of us getting on some power high ourselves. So before we go to questions, I'm going to show you this real quick. I get bored with giving the same old punishments over and over again, so I'm always trying to come up with new, creative ones. By the way, ask me later, I can tell you about why I love giving chores as a punishment. But for this time, one of our children needed a reminder about parents being in charge and having authority. So I asked her to write me an essay on why parents should have authority. And I was so impressed with how it turned out. It was this very message that I was just sharing with you guys, where it's kind of funny, some of the language, but authority, super annoying, hard to follow. And she gives some examples there. But then I was also really impressed with the images, because I'm going to confess to you that my intern at my practice made this PowerPoint presentation for me, because I don't have that skill set. But I was impressed with the images. But here she defines what authority is and how she defines it, that it's the power that adults have over their children in all ways, that we can say no when she asks for candy, sigh. I told you they love their sweets. But then I love the way she ends it, where she says, but why is authority important? It can be in the pain in the butt, but, and then she kind of goes through the hierarchy of the world would be a smoking mess, and that God has authority over the world. Leaders, they have authority over the state, who has authority over the adult citizens, who have authority over their children, and everything's in its place. And without the system, everything would be chaos. So from the mouth of babes, they get it at the end of the day, that this is good for them and that we really do love them and want the best for them. So that is it. That's the 5 steps. So hopefully you guys have some nuggets that you're super excited to run home and wake up your kids and tell them they're grounded or or whatever. But what questions y'all have? We'll see. I don't know.